If you've been anywhere near the wild world of online content in the past year, chances are you've stumbled across the legendary figure known as CaseOh. You've heard of him, right? Alright, so this dude is rocketing to fame at an incredible pace. Believe it or not, but he's somehow managed to snag over 4 million Twitch followers and 2.8 million YouTube subs in the blink of an eye. From humble beginnings as a gardener to clinching the coveted title of Best Variety Streamer. From no one in 2021 to a Twitch and TikTok sensation by 2023, his story is nothing short of a thrilling adventure. With his hilarious reactions and ridiculously creative community trolling him, he amassed widespread attention in the sea of streamers. Strap in because today we're heading on an epic adventure where we cover the fastest growing streamer on Twitch, CaseOh. Let's begin. The real name of CaseOh is Case Baker. He was born on May 9, 1998 in a fairly small town in Dallas County, Arkansas, United States. Now, you might be wondering how CaseOh got so much popularity, but before that, you must be itching to know his backstory to find out if he had a terrible backstory. But to your disappointment, CaseOh was not an orphan who got abused in a foster home. He had both mother and father by his side to give him emotional support. But, well, he can't say financial support confidently, as CaseOh was doing a dead-end job mowing lawns for his dad, barely scraping by. But here's what happened. One day, his card was declined in a dollar store. That was a moment of realization for the big guy that he had hit rock bottom. It was a climax too, as soon after, he invested everything in what he had dreamed of doing, streaming. Despite having his streaming setup ready, CaseOh lacked the courage to actually start streaming for a staggering 7 years. Yeah, you heard that right, 7 years. Why? Though CaseOh never told the reason behind this delay, we can assume some theories here. First off, back in the day, online content creation wasn't exactly the coolest gig in town. You were practically branded a social outcast or a certified nerd if you spent your free time in the digital playground. Then there's the job factor. Let's face it, slinging sweat and muscle for measly pay can suck the life out of you, leaving little energy for passion projects. And let's not forget the mental drain. When your heart's not in it, your content suffers, plain and simple. Lastly, we've got the fear factor. Taking the leap into streaming, that's like walking on a tightrope without a net. It's a time-consuming gamble that can leave you sleep-deprived and socially MIA. It's not exactly everyone's cup of tea, but you know what? For CaseOh, the risk paid off big time. Then, on September 10, 2022, something magical happened. CaseOh unleashed his rage-filled NBA 2K23 gameplay on TikTok, and the internet ate it up like nachos at a game night. Overnight, he went from regular Joe to streaming sensation, racking up a whopping 15,000 followers by morning. Fueled by his newfound TikTok fame, CaseOh decided to dive headfirst into streaming. And boy did he make a splash! With his infectious humor and mad gaming skills, his first ever stream on September 11, 2022 attracted an average of 73 viewers, peaking at 103. The rest, as they say, is history in the making. He went all in, cranking out post after post, sometimes hitting that share button a whopping 4 to 5 times a day. And guess what? It totally worked like magic. His content got a serious boost in the algorithm, racking up engagement like nobody's business. Plus, since these posts were straight from the heart of his streams, folks couldn't resist checking out the real-time action. As CaseOh grew tired of dunking virtual hoops in NBA 2K, he set his sights on new gaming horizons. His master plan was to sprinkle his magic over different games and snag a few viral hits along the way. With dreams of becoming a versatile streamer, he dipped his toes into COD Modern Warfare 2 Warzone and even Fortnite. But it was Hogwarts Legacy that cast the spell of success. One viral clip later, with over 18 million views, CaseOh's fate was sealed. He was destined for greatness in the streaming realm. With Hogwarts Legacy, CaseOh's TikTok presence exploded into the stratosphere. Suddenly, he was pulling in over 1,000 concurrent viewers per stream, riding the crest of his newfound fame. Even as his follower count soared from 30 to 40 a day to a staggering 300 to 400, CaseOh remained grounded, still clocking in at his 2 regular jobs. During a stream in early to mid-2023, CaseOh did something interesting. He laid down the gauntlet to his loyal viewers, reached 5,000 Twitch subscribers, and he'd bid adieu to his day job and dive headfirst into full-time streaming. Sure enough, his fans rallied behind him, catapulting him past the 5,000 mark in no time. Day in and day out, CaseOh poured his heart and soul into his streams, TikTok uploads, and YouTube videos. Each day brought fresh laughs and viral moments, like the hilarious chaos of viewers bombarding him with messages on PS5 while he battled through games. At this point, all CaseOh had to do was grab that blazing torch fate handed him and sprint like the wind, riding high on his newfound fame and success. His loyal viewers were eager to lend a hand while also racking up some easy numbers for themselves. You can even spot a gaggle of parody CaseOh accounts on TikTok and other platforms, gleefully sharing clips from his streams and casting an even wider net for his content. Fast forward a year, and CaseOh's pulling in a staggering 65,000 to 75,000 viewers every single night. Recently, CaseOh made his IRL collaboration debut with none other than Twitch heavyweight Jinxie. The duo's friendship dates back to the early days of streaming, cementing their status as internet icons. And on February 18, 2024, the Streamer Awards took center stage, which made the big dude even more popular. It's an annual event where streamers get recognized for their talents in all sorts of categories. This time around, the show was hosted by none other than Cutie Cinderella and Pokimane. And guess what? Our very own CaseOh snagged nominations in a few categories, including Best Breakthrough Streamer, Best Variety Streamer, and Streamer of the Year. Out of those, he clinched a win in the Best Variety Streamer category. With a whopping 7.94 million active streamers on Twitch and a staggering 51 million channels on YouTube, the online content space is like a crowded party where everyone's vying for attention. So how did CaseOh manage to stand out in this sea of creators? Did he have a secret magic wand tucked away? Or perhaps he managed to charm the algorithms with his weighty presence? Nope, what he did was to just be himself. He's a genuine guy with a larger-than-life personality. Being real is like rule number 1 in the content creator handbook. If you're trying to fake it, well, good luck with that because people can smell a phony from a mile away, and they won't stick around to watch the show. But our man CaseOh, he's the real deal, always front and center, no shrinking violet here. He's all about speaking his mind, even if it means diving into some heated debates with his chat. But those debates, they're like watching a popcorn-worthy showdown. Sure, he might catch some flack for it, but he's not backing down, even if he's fighting a losing battle. And something about him is he doesn't go like, "Hello guys, we're going to play 2K today." Each stream, he dives into 2 to 3 different games, while making sure his audience gets to have their say, whether it's the game itself or the choices being made in the games. He starts his streams by checking out stuff his fans suggest, giving them the spotlight they deserve. Then he jumps into a game, like Agario, where everyone can join in on the fun. After that, he lets his viewers pick what game he plays next. But CaseOh's stream isn't just about the games, it's a lively back and forth between him and his community. He's practically glued to the chat, soaks in all the banter, and keeps the conversation rolling. And what sets him apart from the pack is how he embraces this interaction. With a community as engaged as his, it's no wonder they've coined playful nicknames based on famous characters to poke fun at his weight. But the vibrant community didn't sprout up overnight, and success comes at some cost, right? CaseOh himself joins in on the laughter and makes fun of his weight. Even his mom, who's a big deal moderator, gets in on the action. But don't worry, it's all just good-natured ribbing. And it's super sweet because she's always had his back, even before he started streaming. And let's not forget his determination. You know, most of us start and continue, and when we can't get any visible fruits, we just return back with twice the speed. CaseOh did not do that. The sluggish internet speed in his small town did not stop him. His lack of financial resources did not stop him. Even his 2 tiresome jobs could not derail his drive. At one point, as he mentions in his recent podcast with Jinxie, he had lost 50 pounds in 2 weeks in order to join the military, as he thought that streaming might not work out. But somehow he stayed, tested his fate a bit longer, and saw what he got. He also got badly trolled by his community, though this was one of the great reasons for his popularity. His community takes it up a notch by creating fake news stories with elaborate backstories. From being a paycheck-to-paycheck dime-scraping Twitch streamer to bizarre scenarios involving running from the cops after devouring a restaurant's entire menu and even causing earthquakes with his running, the stories get wilder each time. There's even talk of him having connections with the Amish community and beef with a certain John Pork. The chat often jokes about their monitors leaning from his sheer presence, making it difficult to watch his streams. But CaseOh, the low-income Twitch streamer from Goobertown, Arkansas, manages to brush off these harsh remarks thanks to his solid support base. He understands that it's all in good fun and doesn't let it get to him. Sure, he might react outwardly, but deep down, he finds it all pretty amusing. The man has a knack for taking the joke, even if it's about his weight or finances. Alright, let's take a peek into the crystal ball and see where CaseOh's headed. Spoiler alert, it's straight to the top of Twitch Town. His fanbase keeps growing like a snowball rolling downhill. He's on track to become the ultimate Twitch titan, breaking records left and right. His YouTube fame has just begun, but we wouldn't be surprised if he hits a cool 10 million subscribers by next year. But hold up, you all know CaseOh's got this whole big guy persona going on, right? It's like his trademark, but what if he sheds those pounds and gets ripped? What happens to his brand? Say goodbye to those hilarious fat jokes and belly laughs. It's a dilemma, folks. On one hand, there's fame and fortune. On the other, there's health and all that jazz. It's like a real-life choose-your-own-adventure, except the stakes are high. But what matters right now is that CaseOh is remarkably successful on Twitch, and his YouTube fam is also sprawling. He is also extraordinary on TikTok with a staggering 6 million TikTok followers. He's far from a low-income streamer, and who knows, perhaps he'll experience an even more massive surge in the next 5 years. He exudes a chill vibe, clearly knowing his craft inside and out. What's even more incredible is his mom's involvement in his fanbase, making announcements in his Discord and showering love on her son as he lives out his dream job. It's the same mother who encouraged him to venture into streaming on that fateful September day. Look where he is now, a perfect example of a dream life. Thanks for tuning in to this video. We wanted to shed light on CaseOh's journey from mowing grass to mowing down pancakes at Waffle House. And this turned out to be quite an exceptionally amusing story, didn't it? If you too like CaseOh's journey, do leave a thumbs up, and for more such interesting real-life stories, hit the bell icon. Plus, share your favorite CaseOh moment in the comments below, and take care until next time. See you all in the next one.